Okay. Many fighters have moved up after winning, losing, and so on and so forth. I just want to know why you feel that this man can't do it when so many fighters before him have done it.
And still been Sergey Kovalev.
You're saying so
which y'all are recognized.
So you're saying that man is that good and at that weight?
Bigger, man.
Fuck that. Man. Bigger don't matter.
It does matter.
Floyd fights everybody. Everybody he fought was bigger than him.
Floyd fights bigger fighters. He fights a defensive fight to where you don't touch him. He touches you. Andre has been getting touched in these light heavyweight, these two.
Let me say something.
Now, excuse me for not knowing the names of the two fighters. I saw both of them. I watched all of Andre Ward's fights. He didn't look like the Andre.
Let me ask
when
you
I
this
watch
question.
Floyd, I never see him challenged in any fight.
And I'm gonna say this: Floyd has never fought a fight. Well, in the last 3 years of his career, has he ever fought a setup fight? Every fight Floyd fought in the last 3 or 4 years of his career was championship fights and a big money bout. Okay, so Andre Ward was put in a situation Floyd ain't really been in his later career, which is a fight where he just has to basically just win the motherfucker. I know I can beat you. I can beat you however I want to beat you. How do I want this nigga to sit in ringside to see me beat you? Basically, should I let him see what the fuck I can do to somebody your size? Or should I just beat your ass, let you tap me a couple times, get this nigga ringside a little confidence so when we fight, he don't know what the fuck gonna happen. He gonna fight me based on how I've been fighting motherfuckers in his weight class. But I'm not gonna fight these bum ass niggas I know I can beat with my real game plan for a person their size. Come on now.
Bullshit.
Why wouldn't he do that? Think about it. As a boxer.
Because I'm like that. I'm gonna look.
So I should need to fuck everybody up. Nah, nope.
I'm gonna look like that against everybody I fight. Cause I'm fucking Andre Ward.
Plus you still.
What are y'all talking about, man?
You got a game plan, man.
He doesn't have nothing to prove.
You got a game plan when you fight somebody like that. He gotta understand these 2 fights, 3 fights.
All right, when did Floyd or Pacquiao fight somebody different to get ready to fight each other?
They never did. They never needed to.
Yes, because so why the fuck does he need to?
His preparation he's preparation.
No, he doesn't. Andre Ward. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
No, he ain't that stupid.
Hey, that's how I'm supposed to go down.
Bro. He been on vacation.
Thank you. He
ain't fought in years.
Hey, look, I just told you I had him ranked as the 3rd man after Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. When Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather go in the ring, they do what the fuck they want to do. Andre Ward did the same thing until now. If you're telling me he's got a fake,
but he doing setup.
I'm gonna come in there, Kovalev. Wait a minute. So none of y'all I'm gonna come in there and do to you whatever I want to do because the same shit I do to everybody, and there's nothing you gonna be able to do about it. Just like nobody else can't do nothing about it.
It don't do that. Don't work.
So wait a minute. Is that not Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather's?
Why are you comparing them? This is a whole different situation.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Floyd Mayweather.
That's Mayweather. To me, it's not because I have him ranked with them, but that ain't.
That don't put him on the same level. Though.
Then if it's not the same, he's going. That's why I don't think he's going to win. That's what I'm telling you.
No, makes sense.
That's the whole point.
Because it's a tougher fight for me doesn't mean
now y'all they just held my argument 0 to 100.
No,
ain't neither one of them ever. Yeah. Well, other than Pacquiao, none of them have ever went up a weight class.
I'm trying to tell you, Ray. Listen, hey, Uptown Ray. Listen, what I'm telling you. This is what they gave us. They just told me that he can't do it like they do. Well, if he can't, then he can't. Then that means he's washed.
Let me look.
He got that nigga washed. He said he lost the fucking fight. He lost the fight in 20 years. He washed.
That's what I'm saying.
You're one of the best that ever did it.
A big version of fucking Lomachenko. Like, what are y'all talking about?
What?
He's fighting 175-pound Lomachenko. What are y'all talking about?
Let me explain something to you.
Or fucking Triple G, but a boxing Triple G.
Hey, look, let me explain something to you.
So first off, no. Triple G. He is Kovalev and Triple G ain't on the same wavelength.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Nah.
They backgrounds are the same and everything. I'm telling you.
Triple G is a steroid eating robot punching motherfucker. That's what he is.
They come sorry.
They come from the same background.
No, the fuck they not.
Same deal with background.
Well, he eating motherfucking steroids like Tic Tacs
too. That is that it's like this. No matter what you say or how many times you say it, you have to feel to realize that motherfucking
He should have took the Triple G and whooped his ass.
Ward has been off for a matter of time. So if you expect him to look like the Ward before he became the Ward, he had to get primed to get up. That's why he keep fighting dudes that's not no. He just got to get warmed up. That's what Ali did when he couldn't fight. He didn't go to the army. He had to get prime fighters.
Man,
he get warm up fighters.
3 fucking
same
years,
with Andre
man.
Ward.
Andre Ward was like 2 years.
3 years.
Damn near 3 years. 2 years is a change.
It was.
It was like 2 years is a
Whatever it was.
change. Guess what you used to say to me?
It's not
Man, that
3
nigga
years.
don't never fight
He
nobody.
doesn't, but it ain't been no 3 years.
But you know why? It did, man. It's 3 years if you fight once a year. If you fight 2 times in 1 year, every year you fight once or twice, once a year.
Big up to you for real, Andre Ward, because I fuck with you, but what's the big, when you give a shout out to something you like, what you get to something you don't like?
A swift kick in the ass.
Swift kick in the ass to your managers, man. You should have.
He got rid of him, and that's why he's back fighting though.
Yeah, but you still could have made.
But that's why he's back fighting though. Nah, because he wanted to get away from them so bad because they wanted to have him fight, mess his hands up, or anything could happen in his career, and fucking they get paid and he don't get no money. I wouldn't have did that neither. They wanted to have this man fight and put all his effort into a fight because fighting ain't easy. Get in that motherfucker ring, box and try and make it 12 rounds, and going 3 rounds as hard as a motherfucker. They wanted this man to get in there and fight. They take all the money. He get 10% of the money, stay broke, didn't do it again, then keep doing it. He was like, fuck that, I'm gonna wait till these years go by. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of this shit.
I'm gonna give y'all his 3 fights from Chad Dawson, which was September 8th, 2012. He fought one more time, Edwin Rodriguez, November 16th, 2013. Ain't fight again till he fought Paul Smith, June 20th, 2015. That's 3 fights in the last that was 3 year stretch.
Yes, come on, that's not fighting.
Yeah, that ain't shit for
all of y'all are doing is building up more reason why I'm telling you.
He fought 2 people in that weight class. 2 people.
He won the Rumble in the Jungle.
Hey, look, I want you to trust me when they look. This is the
he got a decision. He got a decision in both of those fights.
Fuck with you, man. I really think that you fell off, though, brother. Prove me wrong. I would like for you to prove me wrong, but I'm just telling the truth, man. I don't the way the last.
Bruh, I can't believe you talking like this.
I'm being honest with you, man.
Okay, let me ask you something. Oh, he not. Look at the competition he was in there with. How's it gonna look good if you in there fighting a clumsy dude? You can't get in there and be great and you fighting against somebody that ain't great as you. They gonna make you look bad as well.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
Barrera was undefeated.
That's exactly what it is.
And I hate to keep I want, and let me say this right quick. I keep referencing you, Floyd Mayweather. You still my favorite fighter of all times, but I don't like that suck ass shit you
Who's
said,
that nigga on that damn now?
Whatever that was, man, like some.
Who's that on that
what
name?
you sound like, man, talking to me. That's what you sound like to me, man. You told the brothers, man, to cooperate and just do what they want to do with when the police decide to
It was another nigga on TV that said you should keep all your shit in a plastic bag and put it on the dashboard when you get pulled over by the police.
Hold on. I gotta address this. Let me address this. Floyd Mayweather, that was fucked up. I totally disagree with you said when you told the people that they need to comply when they're approached by the police and this and that and the third. I want to tell you from a real live perspective. This is your man Street talking to you. I've had 2 or 3 incidents in my life where if I would have just complied to what the police told me to do, I would still be locked up to this day. It was the fact that I was willing to practice my right not to comply is the only reason I'm a free man right now to this day. So you need to rethink the way you tell people to do things sometimes. And it's coming from one of your biggest supporters in your profession. Your personal belief, for you to tell that to your brothers and sisters is crazy. All lives do matter, but all lives ain't in jeopardy right now, brother. You need to wake up and smell the coffee and act like you realize that, man. Because when you at your fights, it's not a lot of white people in there screaming about how much you matter, buddy. Trust me, I know. I've been there a few times. Got a couple programs I could show you. A couple of my brothers in the room that been there too. You disrespecting, brother. Don't do that. All right, back to what we was talking about, gentlemen.
Yeah. Shout out to Small Arms, man. Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Got to shoot a bunch of really cool weapons out there today. Thankfully, we got our own private room. It was great, man. Shout out to Small Arms.
Shout out, like to come check y'all out one day. Unfortunately, I have a few situations from my past that won't allow me to come visit your establishment, so I don't think I won't probably be there. It's your man Street,
Coach K.
Okay. Well, you know, like I said with the Mayweather situation, I ain't get to hear it, and this motherfucking OG Southeast. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't know about Floyd with this?
I didn't. I ain't hear it. I ain't hear it until you just talked to me about it tonight.
They asked him what you think
you
about
told
the Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, and he told him. He said, "Well, you know what? Our people tend to be followers, and I think that they need to learn to just do what they're told and follow instructions and comply."
But see, the thing about that is him saying that, right? Like this is how I look at that.
I look at that like you being like a pre-Nat Turner revolt Nat Turner. Like you got the money and you got the platform, and let me use it to tell the niggas, do as the masters ask you to do.
No, it's not. I mean, I can't say that, and I don't want to jump out there and say that because I got my own opinion and thought about it because I don't really know where Floyd's brain at with that, and I don't know where his mind at. I don't know if he's just saying, like, look, when the police pull you over and they ask you something within the guidelines, just do the shit.
Okay.
If they ask you something outside the guidelines, that's when you speak up and say, officer, why you need me to fucking do that?
Right.
And that's not even in the category of what's happening right here. You pulled me over for a ticket, for a traffic violation,
well, let me tell
and you asking me,
go ahead.
You asking me, can I get out? You ain't even asking me for a license registration, and you talking about get out the car. No, you don't work like that. I'm just saying, like with Floyd pointing everything that he's fucking saying, what is he actually saying about that shit? I don't really like it.
You made a good point with what you're saying, but what you missing is this part, bruh. This is the part that you missing.
You hear that shit, you will hate it. Trust me.
This is the part you missing. He said comply. If you tell somebody to comply, that
but what part of comply he's talking about?
Well, that's why you can't make no statement.
That's why I just said it. I said I don't know.
Well, from the
because you don't know and I don't know. Comply is like, what does comply? Comply can mean a lot of things.
Instructions.
Yes, because sometimes that's what the police normally do when they come to you.
Comply means, why don't you? I'm pulling you over. Step out your car.
But that's what I just was saying to you. I just said that.
But that's not what he said. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying comply. I know that's what the example I was given.
This conversation.
That's the example I was given, bro. That's the example I'm saying.
It was a great example
because we don't know what he's telling you to comply with. He's not actually saying comply to everything. He's just saying comply to the rules.
You're saying.
No, I'm saying we don't know that he's saying comply to everything. That doesn't mean he's saying comply to every rule.
I know he got on a forum and said.
Let me say something to you, Southeast. There was another comment that probably change your mind a little bit. There was a comment where they asked him what he thinks about Colin Kaepernick's current protest by kneeling during the national anthem, and Floyd said, "This motherfucker
he need to worry about getting back into.
He need to worry about winning back his starter spot and not worrying about Black Lives Matter." When in fact, Colin Kaepernick never lost his starter spot. People assume that he was He was hurt. He was stressed every day because it wasn't a major injury, and it ain't nothing to do.
He lost it last year.
He did not lose it this year. He won it in training camp.
He lost it last year.
No, he was hurt. He was hurt. He was hurt.
I'm telling you, who you talking to, bro?
You ain't no goddamn
that shit. That shit that fucking Floyd made me
feel like there for your
motherfuckers for these.
Okay, J-Rock, I feel what you're saying right there.
But that was the thing I ain't understand about it. That kind of fucked me up.
That sounds kind of crazy.
You see another black man trying to make a statement, you gonna shit on it? That was kind of fucked up.
That's wrong. But the only thing I say about that comply word, right? And
it's
the way
dangerous word.
It's a dangerous ass word because it could go. No, it's that word he used, but it can also be in favor of him, and it could be in favor against him. So you can't really judge. They're in favor of him if he come back tomorrow and be like, when I said comply, all I'm just saying is comply within the rules of the law. And I know that, but you don't know that. I'm not the
but he didn't criticize him for this.
Hold on, listen. Can you listen?
How much more you want to say? You want to keep talking till I believe what you're saying.
Sophie,
I was just
Sophie. Hey,
he said it days
a long time ago.
He came back and said that. Everybody's told him.
Yes. What the fuck is you talking about?
Everybody.
Yes, you retarded. Yeah, but guess what? He don't
Lil Wayne recanted his fuck boy shit that he said.
Lil Wayne was retarded with his shit.
He was high as
just way the fuck like
pigeonhole.
He was in
we don't need to talk about. He was high as shit. Smoking cocaine, sniffing cocaine, shooting up cocaine. I don't know what he was doing. He was high as a bitch.
Yeah, that motherfucker was retarded.
But no, what y'all think about the new young junkie generation? Our generation grew up talking about hustling. This generation grows up rapping and talking about,
because that's what the artists do.
Why
you
y'all
talking about the rappers though, right?
7-Eleven.
Yeah, the rappers is on stage some drugged out motherfuckers.
The new hip hop culture is how high can I get?
Rappers in the back in the day used to use hard drugs back then, but they just ain't rap about it. It was
what was the hard drug they was using? Snorting coke?
Woodies? Yeah, they smoked Woodies. Well, whole Wu-Tang Clan smoked Woodies. Raekwon and all of them.
All that Method Man and all of them, they got down with the get down.
Yeah, they was doing that shit back in the day. They just ain't put it in their music that much. About these days, them niggas will make a hit song about smoking crack.
How y'all know? Who the fuck you mean?
I mean,
I'm talking about
you smoke. They didn't talk about y'all. Well, I guess you got to know what they talked about it at to know that they talked about it. But
yeah, they talked about it.
It's crazy because, like I said, you know,
cracks and weed, the combination make my eyes bleed.
Yeah. But he made it sound like it was a back in the day thing. But he said they was doing that at the time.
Yeah, exactly. How far back in the day was
that's
it?
The 80s shit.
I was doing that when I was 6. Smoking weed. That's the NYC way.
Yeah. Woody pop.
Woody baby.
But see, the thing is, what makes it so crazy about everything that's happening right there in the Donald Trump situation, because I know basically this is a conversational event. Man, if people take time out to think about if they actually watched the debates and all that and thought about everything that's been said and what direction you really want your people to go in, whether you black or white, you have to come to some type of decision to make the right decision and understand that, man, I'm telling you, if we get the wrong person in there, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I know who it is. Yeah, but guess what? We got to go with the better half.
Damn right.
Yeah, we ain't got no choice because I'm telling you, if we end up getting
this the lesser of two evils election.
Hold up.
We gotta settle for the lesser of two evils. How fucked up is that?
But I'm gonna tell you something. I want to hear something from the
great people it is walking around here.
I want to hear something from. We got a great Republican in here. One of my little brothers, you know, he was a great Republican up in here, and I want to really feel the way how he feels about being
fucking Republican
as a voice.
He said he didn't go to
a voice, but he didn't.
First of all, I want everybody to remember in 1865.
Okay, come on.
June 17th, when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, it was signed through a Republican Party.
Right.
Yes, it definitely was.
Yes, it was. I know
y'all ain't talking about the 13th Amendment out this motherfucker.
We let him say it.
Y'all talking about
why he's explaining why he's a black Republican.
Yeah, that's why he's
because of the 13th Amendment.
0 to 100. That's how diverse we are. We have a black Republican on our.
Let me ask you a question, black Republicans. Black Republicans.
Right, but he's kicking it.
When the Republicans, y'all, I'm gonna reform to you, them niggas is y'all. When y'all wrote the 13th Amendment, and y'all threw that little asterisk in that motherfucker talking about if all that shit don't mean nothing if you commit a crime, and therefore once we lock your ass up, put you in prison, we can hold you under the same laws that you were held under as a slave, and that therefore created the prison establishment that has been going on since the 13th Amendment was signed, and therefore about what? the nice percentage of our people have been in jail and locked up for crimes like the crack laws that was signed into law by the Clinton administration and the war drugs that was started by the Reagan administration.
J-Rock, can we stop right there for a moment? You just made my point.
What?
You talk about the crack, you talk about my people being incarcerated, and yet under which president was the highest percentage of African American males incarcerated? That would be Bill Clinton. And now you're telling me I should be voting for his wife.
But do you know
Wait a second. I should be voting for the wife who was put in charge of Arkansas, which became the biggest cocaine depot in the United States of America, run by George Bush, who at the time run the FBI. And yet you say this is the person I'm supposed to vote for, not the man who is free, not the man who speaks his mind, not the man that grabs bitches by the pussy. I'm supposed to vote for the one who can't even keep her own man under wraps.
I hear you.
It's definitely the election of two evils, but I mean,
you keep saying that man is evil. What is evil about this man? Because he's saying I don't want Syrians coming straight here blowing up my country. I don't want Mexicans over here who are breaking laws and not paying taxes. I don't want you coming from North Africa and not paying taxes and staying here on a student visa for 20 years.
I ask you a question.
Exactly.
Right.
Because listen, wait a second. When George Bush was president and he paid y'all reparations, nobody had any problems.
I ain't get mine.
Oh yeah, you got that check every year when George Bush was in the White House. He
gave out reparation checks.
They didn't call it reparations.
What they call it?
They didn't call it reparations.
Where my check at?
The stimulus checks.
The stimulus checks.
That
was under Clinton.
When y'all got the reparations from George Bush, nobody complained.
He ain't do the
stimulus check.
Then you must not.
I got a question.
Did you get a stimulus check?
I ain't get a stimulus check.
As a look, and I respect this guy to the utmost, and I know he's a black, not revolutionary, but he's definitely stands up for the black cause. I know he does, but he just happens to be a black Republican.
1968 Mexico City.
What do you honestly think is Donald Trump a racist? Yeah. Do you feel like he's a racist?
Y'all. For me,
no.
That's a question.
Wait. That's
a question.
Let me answer.
I'll let you explain it. But at first, you have to say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also believe Hillary Clinton is a racist, and I also don't think myself as grand to expect that they're actually speaking to me.
Oh my God!
And then racism.
No. Period. Like y'all keep watching these presidential debates thinking they're talking to us.
But racism is American as anything.
Listen, they not talking to us.
Who they talking to? The voters?
Them.
Them?
Yeah.
Everybody else.
They talking to them.
White people.
You mean white people? Yeah, white people.
Both of them are talking to them.
Yeah, white people got everybody elected. That's how a black president did it for 8 years.
First of all, you keep saying a black president. That meant we had an African American president.
Oh my God.
His father was from Kenya. His mother was from here, Caucasian.
The epitome of an African American.
Absolutely, I'm a Negro, brother.
I bet
he was the epitome of that.
What color do you look when you?
I'm a Negro, bro. I'm not an African American.
Think about it. He was the epitome of what an African.
Right, they voted an African into the White House, not a Negro.
Oh my God!
What?
Wait, so he's not
What color is he to the police?
A nigga.
Yeah, what color is he to them?
I hear what you saying.
Chicago nigga.
When he put the check on the paper when he was growing up, when he filled out the paper, what did he do? Did he
when he get pulled over, did they ever lay him
or
on
did he
his
say
chest?
black?
But
Did he go black?
I don't want. I'm not trying. Wait a second. I'm not trying to be disrespectful with that. What all I'm saying is, look at the larger picture of that.
Let me just speak.
When we had an opportunity to have a Negro in the White House, we wasn't able to elect him.
Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson.
He wasn't the first.
You know he a Republican. He brought up Jesse Jackson out this motherfucker.
Jesse Jackson was smart.
He was good enough.
Then blow
Do y'all know that was good enough for money? John Hanson. John Hanson.
The mic's not gonna pick
John
up
Hanson.
Everybody talking.
Oh damn.
Where's the bitches at?
Okay.
John Hanson.
Oh, you gonna take my punchline though? This nigga Coach K, man.
John Henson?
This nigga John Henson.
That's how you. That's where we at, Coach K.
But he was a mulatto.
Okay,
like,
I'm representing. Okay,
He was a Northern African.
he was actually a mulatto as well. Though.
Okay, let me.
He's a Moor.
John Hanson was the first.
Let me.
You took my punchline.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
You asked him, does anybody know who was?
Let's get back to the lecture. So you say Hillary and the Clinton administration and so forth. Do you know why that happened?
Which part?
Do you know why?
The cocaine or the locking up?
The locking up, the laws, the crack laws. Do you know why that happened?
Yeah, because he chose to put into law, because he wanted to pass some other laws. He gave them the right to lock us up.
Okay, let me explain.
He gave us away.
Back in the early 80s, and it happened for 3 administrations straight, and every administration during that time was Republican. And I'm sure you probably happy about that.
It was all George Bush.
But black people wasn't happy. Black people wasn't happy about that. But let me just say this. Back in those days, the only way to get elected president, and I'm talking about Bush, Reagan, and everybody before the motherfuckers, was to be hard on crime. Because in the 70s and the 80s, Latinos and niggas, we was going crazy.
Yeah,
like in the 70s.
With that coke.
Yeah, we coke.
I'm gonna tell you. Yes.
That shit was crazy.
Let me tell you something. In the 80s, the early 80s, I'm the oldest person in here. I'm gonna
tell you back in the day.
And I can tell you, I'm born and raised. I am a 60s baby. Now let me explain this.
Southeast Washington,
yes,
DC.
all my whole life. And let me explain you one thing. I'm gonna tell you. At first, in the beginning, what some people don't understand, it was just the powder. But some scientists done went and turned it into crack. When they turned it into crack, that took it to a whole nother realm of motherfucking drug. Yeah. That drug right there wiped out and consumed every goddamn thing that touched. Everything, everybody or everybody that touched it. Not everybody, because you got some of those like
can maintain.
But not maintain, but you got some of those just choose like that shit not for me. That shit gonna I see what that shit did.
Yeah, like not
for me. That's what you choose.
Back in the day.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But anyway, exactly. All right, streets is tripping. But anyway, let's keep it moving. But I'm telling you, when they fucking changed it over, because at first all you did was sell powder to the snorters.
Yeah, white people.
You put it in a little package, you fold it up. It was $50 a package if you wanted a gram. It was a gram, $50. When the shit got selling so hard, it went up to $100 a gram. Mm-hmm. And it went down, and that was it. They ain't sell nothing but 50s and 100s of powder.
And only people that could afford $50 and $100 hits
white people.
Was the rich people and white people.
That's right. So then what they did was they was like, damn, ain't no niggas really doing this shit. So they had to go into the lab and say, man, we need to find something that the black people like.
Well, it was already around. It was just not made in a cheap fashion. It was freebase.
Yeah,
that was that shit Richard Pryor was
doing. Yeah, that's right. But then they learned to turn it over to what the real deal is. Yeah. And so that's what changed the whole 80s all the way down. That's what changed. See, actually, powder in the city was here in like 19. I think I might have sold some powder in like 82.
No,
81. Not right.
You might have seen somebody.
I might have seen somebody sell
1782.
Yeah. I think I said. But anyway, that shit gone. Goddamn. How many? That's before they fucking.
You are. That's South.
Yeah, that was then. But I'm done with that shit. It's old. It's gone.
It's statute of limitations.
But like I said, that's what changed the law, and that's how
today.
With the Republicans being in office, they didn't have nothing to do but put a fight on war and crime, even though they was the motherfuckers that was bringing it in here.
Of course.
So they had to make it look like, yeah, we're going to kill everybody that bring that shit in here. We're not allowing it. We're searching everything. We're going to catch these 100 keys, and we're going to let 697 keys come through.
Shout out to shout out to DC Metropolitan Police for always being the ones who was fair.
Yeah. They understood the fight. But guess what I can say, and I'll repeat to say this, and I want to say this and get this out, and then somebody else can follow along this dialogue. In Washington, D.C., right, we had a mayor. Shout out to Marion Barry. We had a mayor. Rest in peace. A mayor named Marion Barry, the greatest mayor in Washington, D.C. of all goddamn time. Because when Marion Barry was in office, guess what? Refrigerator in my house stayed full with food. All the apartments around the way had everybody in the hood had food, shelter.
This is very important.
And everybody lived comfortably. Soon as they got them up out of there, you start seeing a lot of abandoned buildings. A lot of people. Yes. You started seeing a lot of abandoned buildings, and then what they did was they set my man up for some trap because they know he liked the good pussy. So
true that.
Yeah, exactly.
Got him.
Bitch set me up.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
If y'all saw the tape, she had to show him how to smoke the pipe.
Yeah, she showed up there. He was like, "What the fuck you doing?" Yeah. So basically,
he was like,
they set my man up. He was a great man.
I'm gonna borrow time, bitch.
Every time I seen him, he ain't do nothing to show me love. I knew him from different many motherfucking places, and it was great. And I'm sorry he's gone. And I pray that we ever get another Lord mayor like that in Washington D.C. But that's just my little shit and my little shout out for Washington D.C. and the past back in the 80s, and we was going through all them great 80s was the best times in the world for Washingtonians. Now, that's because
you talking about before. You talking about pre-crack.
Pre-crack, yeah. No, I'm talking about pre-crack area and crack area. We got the game fucked up. Pre-crack area, and crack area. Because guess what? See, everybody didn't just start doing crack. It took a while because some people were scared of that shit. They seen some of us lunch out, take their clothes off, start running. I mean, it's just different. But this is what I'm saying. Back then, it just was different. It was love. It was a lot of violence. It was a lot of killing, yes. Because guess what? Back in the 80s, only the strong survived, and it was a total different era in life. Like, honest to God, it was like nowhere near. Only the strong survived. If you was weak, you didn't have nothing. I'm sorry, that's just the way life presented itself. If you had money, if you were strong and you was willing to fight for the little pennies that you had, then you're going to have something. Only the strong survived back then. You had to do what the fuck you had to do to live. But this is just about Marion Barry and the shout out I think I wanted to give to him. On my brother's pod. Man, Barry for life, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us something. Hey, bro. Southeast OG. Tell us about some of the why we got you here, man, and able to get some of these stories out of you, brother. Tell us about some of these back in the day stories of the city that you can remember, man. Well, some stories that you could tell us without jeopardizing anybody's freedom or anything like that, but that you could talk about some wild. What's one of the wildest scenarios you ever saw growing up in a rough city of Washington, D.C. during the 80s? One of the stories you could share with us that just always stuck in your mind.
Well,
aside from, and this for y'all that just don't know, this brother has a story of his own, but that's to be told at a later date. Y'all may have to pay for that story. We working on that.
Well, I have a
District Culture come through, holler at him.
Yes.
But what's one of the stories that you could tell us that's just one of the wild that you could comfortably tell us without jeopardizing anything or something like that? Or it might not jeopardize anything, but give us one of those stories.
Well, I can tell you a story. I got plenty of stories, but a story that don't have nothing to do with me and nobody is
right.
Just growing up in the city and just being around dudes that you don't know what they doing when you're not around them. And in the instance, the motherfuckers might be where as though you're around them, you just chilling, you ain't did nothing, you don't know what they doing, and all of a sudden, there's fire play in the air.
Right.
They shooting.
Right.
And you like, who the fuck shooting at me? I'm on top of the world. I don't need to be getting shot at. Who the fuck shooting at me? You know what I'm saying? But you don't know.
Right.
You got somebody else around you that's crud.
Right. And somebody come to get them.
They come to get them, but they don't care who's there. So guess what? You end up being part of the action that ain't even for you.
Right.
So, it's many stories that I could tell as far as telling stories.
Right.
Wow, I got something I could tell that I don't even know how to put it, because guess what? The thing about stories is, guess what? They always be remembered. I'm trying to tell you. Shit, I got a story for myself.
Right.
That I could put out there. I'm blessed can be if people don't know who I am right now.
Right.
But if they know my voice, they know who the fuck I am. So it's all to the good, and like I said, I'm just blessed to be here right now today. God is great.
Hey, I want to say right now why it's on my mind. Drink Champs, Rap Radar, we coming at you. Particularly Drink Champs, Nori, DJ Effin, love and respect. Y'all didn't get back. Shout out my man Mad Bob. my man Chink Santana, who gave me some direction. I'll be hollering at you, baby. I told you we was moving forward. Shout out to my man, big brother OG Southeast, who came through tonight to holler at us. Shout out to my main man Uptown Ray, who came through to holler at us tonight. Shout out to all my 0 to 100 listeners and followers who gonna be getting at us and checking us out. We cutting it short tonight. We didn't really finish the whole story that we well, we was in the middle of some conversation. You right.
We gonna holler. We gonna holler Big OG at another junction.
These gonna be return. These gonna be return visitors to the 0 to 100 studios. Over here in the DMV area, undisclosed location. We got big things going on. We moving forward. This your man Street
J-Rock,
Coach K,
and this is 0 to 100, motherfuckers.
My story though. I got a story, but I'm